So I was talking to my mother, and she texted me, and she was talking to me about how she was listening to the podcast from last week, and she was like, I'm in the library, and you guys had me laughing out loud in the library and all of that stuff. She's a teacher, so she knows the importance of being quiet in the library. So for her to like laugh out loud like that, I don't know, it meant something to me. My mom, I was about to say she doesn't laugh often. That's not true. I know she's going to text me and be like, I listen to your podcast. I don't laugh enough. You don't think I laugh? I'm like, yes, Mom, you laugh. I think you're a joyous person. Like, but no, there's something wrong if you don't think that I you laugh, Mom. But
hopefully she might not be like, you better not talk about me ever again.
It's gonna happen. If you're in my life, you're gonna get spoken about. Yeah, so she was like, yeah, I'm listening to your podcast, it's enjoyable. One suggestion, maybe you should research before you do the podcast. And I kind of was offended, because number one, I've researched both times before I did it, but I'm not doing like an in-depth search or anything like that. This is the adventures of Duce Banner and his unpopular opinion, not his unpopular facts. Like, this is, it's about my opinion. Like, if you want, I'm not going in on my mother, but like,
it sounds like you are.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm not going in on my mother. Not going in on my mother. I love my mother, but I'm just, this is for anybody out there. Like, this is, we going to research. That's fine. We want to be knowledgeable about what we're talking about. And I think I've said that like twice. Like, on each episode, we want to be knowledgeable about what we're talking about. Otherwise, why talk about it? But I'm not about to go digging in the crates of some type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some surfacey stuff.
Looking for case files and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Get these jokes off. Yeah, we're going to get these jokes off. So with that said,
so if you don't mind, I'ma get. And if you do mind, I'ma get. That's how I'm living. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. What you talking about, that old news, the past say? I've been thinking about that good news nowadays. Now I say, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so.
Nobody's watching me. Why am I doing this? It's just y'all. Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Duce Banner. Back again for another episode, and we're back by popular demand. Can't even talk. But it's one thing to be back. It's a whole nother thing to be back by popular demand, and we could have just been back, And y'all could have not had wanted us to be back. But y'all are anticipating these episodes, and we're anticipating giving them to you. So, and we put a lot of energy into this. So we thank y'all, man, and we gonna keep it going. We got a lot to talk about this week. We thought it was gonna be a slow news week, and it wound up not being such a slow news week. But yeah, with that said, yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna do this new thing called the word of the week. It's not the word of the day because we only have one podcast a week, and but I'm gonna start doing that, so you can get some type of knowledge out of this podcast. Like, this isn't a senseless podcast. I don't want it to be that. But the word of the day is what y'all laughing?
Is it bad that I feel like is the word of the day the thing that's going to take this over the top?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what?
I don't need you.
Alright,
Guys, I'm thinking about stuff, man. We're going to implement things as it goes, but we're just starting off with the word of the day. Look at you, man.
I'm done.
Now, I'm trying to pronounce this word of the day. Hold on. It starts with a V. I don't want to mispronounce it. Like, my mom, she already thinks that I don't research things, so.
Vituperation.
Yes, vituperation. Vituperation is bitter and abusive language. I'll use it in a sentence. No one else attracted such vituperation from him. So maybe I was thinking, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I do a word of the week every week, and whoever says the word of the week within the podcast gets a point. Whoever says it first or the most times, and then we'll tally it up at the end of the season or whatever to see who has the most.
All right, so run that definition back.
And I mean, ain't nobody getting no prize or nothing like that, but like,
Nah, I'm prideful, man.
are you?
Need bragging rights.
Vituperation, bitter and abusive language. Yeah. All right. So with that said, let's get into it, man. How was you all's week?
I don't know. That week was straight, man. I don't know. That folks straight up disrespecting me, like, for real.
Who was disrespecting you?
No, like this one chick at her shoot, she miles or whatever.
Yeah, Mike, bro.
Well, oh, my bad.
And it's already begun. It's
Nigga,
already
give you a
begun.
better mic, man. But yeah, this chick that I shoot like kind of regularly, some artist that she knows like hit her up trying to find a photographer, cause they're trying to do like, wait, it's not fixed right.
He needs it.
Oh, I don't know. It's close to my mouth. I just figured pick it up.
Pull the joint up some more, cause
Up where?
Give it some room. Give it some wire room.
We try to get this right, y'all.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
But yeah, she had two artists hit her up looking for a photographer. I'm like, all right, cool. What are they trying to do? So they're trying to get like 2 different looks, and it's 2 of them. So I'm like, all right, do they have a budget? Nah. So I said my price. I'm like, one person off rip, 2 looks, you're looking at about $400. So I'm like, I'll do 5 for a deal. I'm like, that's a deal. Let them know it's a deal. So she hung up. She called me back. She's like, nah, they're not going to do it. They have a budget of $75. I'm like, $75? Y'all are straight up disrespectful right now. Yeah. Like, I can't. And, they were trying to,
Wait, they wanted how much for $75?
They wanted 2 outfit changes for $75.
And how much do you shoot for one outfit?
$250.
Just to give people who may be like those people. Like, I don't see what's wrong with $75.
It's just a camera.
Yeah, like go ahead and shoot and shut
I went
up.
to school for this.
Yeah,
But I started like around $200, $250 for one. So
and that's reasonable, right?
Yeah. So it's just disrespectful. And then they were trying to ride her wave, thinking she could get them a discount. I'm like, nah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So
Kavan also has this thing like if you're like really cute, he'll cut you a break. Apparently, these girls weren't really cute.
It's dudes.
Oh yeah. We, no break. Top dollar, matter of fact. Do you charge them more because they dudes?
Nah, that's just my regular.
Are they naked?
Nah, I'm not shooting no naked.
You do be shooting naked, not like that, but you
dudes?
Yeah,
shirtless. Yeah,
that's naked to me. If a dude is shirtless and I gotta be
like, whoa, what are you doing,
and I
bro?
gotta be uncomfortable for however long we shooting. Yo, top dollar, man. Top dollar, bro.
Yeah, so
man,
that was mine.
Yeah, man, you gotta put your foot down on stuff like that.
I do.
I know you do.
You might kind of suffer for it, but the folks that's gonna want to pay. So I'm not even tripping about it.
Yeah.
Cause I've noticed folks are always trying to get they always want like a deal or a discount, and even when they get the deal or discount, it's still a problem. So I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all want.
Yeah.
So.
What up, John?
What's up, bro?
Well, let's say, I don't know. So I spent a lot of my eventful things this week. This week/weekend. I'll say the week because the last time y'all heard from us, I spent some time with John, and I spent some time with Lon. So like, whatever they talk about, and it has to do with me, I'll probably chime in. But somebody go, somebody.
Wait.
Oh, dead air, people.
Oh, my bad.
Dead air,
so
people.
I had my week was, man, it was pretty good. I don't feel like I did much.
Lana has a girlfriend, so that takes up all of his time.
Pretty much.
I don't understand.
You don't understand what?
I think y'all. I think the misconception is that every time I leave the house, I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend, and that's
Yes.
not true.
Yes, it's true.
That is definitely not true.
This is
95.
this
On a
is true.
scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1, I say
For a person who doesn't care that bad, it's true.
7 days
Like,
out.
it's true. Like whenever you go and see Erin.
7 days out of the week, I usually only see her on the weekends. So sometimes I'll leave here, I go to the studio. Sometimes I'll leave here, I'll meet up with other people.
Lonnie's a producer.
So, you know.
All right.
Dropping.
But I do
footnotes.
spend time with my girlfriend. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. I spend time.
I spend time with my
You
girl.
might be listening to this after a while. Oh, so you scared of Claire?
You think you gonna be with me?
Last week, so I did spend time with her last week. I think I saw her. I can't remember how many times, but
What did
a little more than usual. I can't remember. It's a blur. I only remember this week, like for sure, cause we went to the AND campaign. That was pretty dope. I enjoyed that.
What was that about?
I was there. We got to talk about that soon.
We don't get to that.
No, I don't know.
soon?
I don't know about today.
Oh.
But we got to talk about the AND campaign and really what they do.
Yeah.
And what they're about.
Yeah, it's
And
basically.
I'm going to research it. Thank you, Mom. I'm done. I'm not going near my mom.
It's basically, man, like Christians engage in culture, like justice, inequality, like all that stuff, but from a Christian perspective.
Okay.
Because like a lot of the movements are good movements, but there's still like the inherent, like, man, these solutions can fix things for now, but ultimately, like, man, there is a permanent solution to all things that are broken and fallen and ill. So
Gotcha.
just approaching like life, culture, and all that stuff from that perspective, politics, especially politics, injustice and social movements.
It's the season for that right now. Right?
Yeah, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. Sunday, of course, was church. Had family lunch with my brothers and my girlfriend. That was dope.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was cool, man. That little hour that we spent together, it was dope because that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That doesn't
For real,
happen.
like we've been in the house for like almost a year now,
Yeah.
and like we've never actually sat down like everybody in the house like together.
Especially at that table.
Yeah.
So it was
hard,
good, man.
Pretty good.
I live with both of these guys. Well, got the footnotes, man.
Man,
People that don't know.
the highlight of my week though, it was yesterday. Yesterday was really good, man. I got my girlfriend tickets to go see King. That's like her favorite group. I surprised her with them. She didn't know she was going. So it was good, man. She enjoyed it. Got her a poster. She got to meet them. She got autographs. Like it was really dope, man. The day was like way better than I thought it would be. We went up to Chattahoochee Hills, the coffee shop. It was nice, man. So my week was dope. It was great. Yeah, man. I back in a good music groove. And that's always good, man, because you be in and out of the pockets. So like I'm back in my pocket now, so I'm gonna try and ride it out as long as I can. So yeah, man, that was my week.
That's at Lanopolis.
Lanopolis, Lonnopolis.
Annapolis.
That should be the word of the week. Lanopolis.
It's not a real word, everybody. Don't go looking it up.
Oh, so
Dead end, bro.
my turn?
Yes.
My turn?
Yeah.
I ain't know.
I'm gonna go last.
Oh, word. All right. Bet. Shoot, my week was straight. Real slow. Not too much. Not too eventful, really. Let's see. The past weekend, probably just a comedy show, man. In the Improv. That was pretty cool. That was pretty dope. It was. Oh man, it was some terrible jokes. Where I just stood there and just looked at them folks, bro.
That's what makes it funny to me. Like, it makes it funny when you're bombing. Like, It's fun when you're bombing.
Like, they were dry, bro.
I get so nervous for people when they
Me
when
too.
They bomb.
Like the last time, bro.
No, you just said it was funny.
No, but this,
But like,
It's funny. It's funny, but it's nervous at the same time.
This girl knew she was bombing it though.
and her mom was there.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about it.
Their mom,
And,
she let us.
and then the inappropriate jokes in front of your moms. I'm like,
Yeah, like why would you do that? I would never tell her. Well, I don't really tell
Nah, but
inappropriate jokes.
If you know what I'm doing, then you know it comes to the territory. So you gotta expect it. I'm not gonna censor myself because you're in the crowd.
Well, we know
I
what
don't care if you are my mom.
We know what you do. We know what he do.
I'm gonna be so disrespectful. Yeah, this
You know his stance.
This is true. This is true. Go ahead, John.
oh man, but yeah, man. So the comedy show, the improv, and then this past weekend, just getting ready for the AU tournament we got this weekend.
John coaches a girls basketball team.
Yeah, I coach 7th grade girls AU squad
Footnotes.
down here. And
They
so
good?
We got a tournament this upcoming weekend.
Are they good?
Huh?
Are they good?
Are they good, man? Man, I feel like
Yes and
they
no?
have the talent.
Okay.
It's a lot. I think it's like basketball IQ, man. It's
Look at
just
him
like,
ready.
tap dancing
Look at
right
him
now.
ready to go in. Look at both of them, ready to pounce.
No, I just asked if they were good or not.
He tap dancing around that.
He throwing blows. I'm
Are
not.
they good? Are they good? Well, I feel like they. No, that means no. That means no.
Nah, man, the talent's there though, man. We got some good players, man. I just feel like basketball IQ that has to come along. As the
This is
season
true.
goes. So like once they lock in, man, I feel like they'll be pretty good, man. So yeah, but yeah. So that wraps up my weekend really. So
That's what's up.
Well, I feel like. So I try to do more things, and I try to get out now because of this, because of this podcast and stuff. I'm a homebody, So if I'm not home 4 out of the 7 days in a week, stuff isn't getting done. Like my whole life is in disarray. I probably ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Like something's happened. You know what I mean? Like so, I try to make sure I stay home, but like I can't be like, hey, how's everybody's week? Well, y'all know what I did. I watched this and I watched that on TV. It's this and that. No, I got to get out there, and stuff is going to happen regardless. But yeah, stuff happens to me all the time just for no reason. Like just because it's me, because it's Keith. Stuff is just going to happen. We're just going to do this because it's Keith. But I tried to, I did a lot. For me, I did a lot this week, and yeah, from the last time I heard from you guys, I saw the movie Race.
Okay.
With a new friend of mine. She's super dope. She's in Africa right now doing charity work and teaching kids for a week. That's how dope she is. So she also has me watching her house at some point for her dog. And I don't. Hey, you gonna help me watch the house?
nah, man.
Why you not, man? It's closer to work.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Come on, man.
Nah, bro.
What? John got mad quiet when I was like, the only person that's gonna be in this house is John. He got mad quiet. I looked dead at him. He was like, no, I ain't gonna be here. I'm like, all right, you gonna leave me here with this attack dog?
What kind of dog she got?
She got a bulldog,
It's
man.
not huge, bro.
A bulldog?
And it's like energetic everywhere.
Jump on you with it. Got claws and everything. The only
Breathing
reason why I
heavy.
wasn't getting scratched because I had a jacket on. But anyway, we went to go see Race, and Race reminded me. It was a good movie. It was a long movie, 2.5 hour movie. I think it felt like it. I cannot take Jason Sudeikis seriously.
Who's Jason Sudeikis?
And for those who don't know who Jason Sudeikis is, he's
He's
a Saturday Night Live dude. I think is he still on Saturday Night Live right now?
No, didn't he get his own?
Hangover too?
Oh no, he does
He's not a Hangover.
I think he has his own show now.
Does he?
He does like a late show or something like that.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, was he the one doing Weekend Update at one point?
No.
SNL?
No, man, that's the other guy.
I'm tripping. I'm about
The
to
other
Google
white
him.
guy. So Jason Sudeikis, he's a character, or he's a personality on Saturday Night Live. So everybody knows what Saturday Night Live is. He does comedy, and here he is playing a serious role. And
You researched that?
huh?
You researched that?
Research what?
Jason Sudeikis, you researched that?
What, the name?
Nah, his information.
No, I just know who he is.
It's a mom.
I'm done. I know he doing a mom joke, and I said and my mom likes you too. I don't know why.
Oh, dude from Horrible Bosses.
Huh?
Who?
Like your mom's, man. Cool.
I don't try to do that. Anyway, yeah, but Jason Sudeikis, he's a funny guy, and he's in his regular voice doing this movie, and it's like I just smile, like, you know how some people, I never understood, like when people they see me and they just start laughing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I don't appreciate it. But like when they think of you, they think, oh, he's funny. Smile. And that's exactly what I did when I saw him, and that's when I immediately got it. Like, okay, I get it. I can't take you seriously. The guy who played Jesse Owens, he played Jesse Owens very well. I mean, I've never met Jesse Owens, and I don't know him outside of that, but I think he was a good person to play for that role or whatever. It was a good movie. It reminded me of like the discrimination that was had in that movie and at that time, really. As much as I don't want it to, it does remind me of the quote unquote homosexual struggle of today, right? But even more, and you know, that's another subject for another time. We were going to talk about it today, but we'll save that because that's a big issue, and I really want to get into that without any interruption or any other thing getting in the way. But moreover, it reminded me of the state that we're in today, and I don't think that today is, as you know, we have more rights and all of that stuff, but when it really comes down to it, when we're in court, I'm not seeing us get justice, you know what I mean, or anything like that. I'm not seeing our rights being exercised. You know what I mean? I'm seeing them finding loopholes and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm not going to compare this day and age to yesteryear or anything like that, but it's, you know what I mean? But it really reminded me of what's happening right now. And so anybody who hasn't seen Race, I implore you. Is that a good word? I implore you to go see that movie. I beg you to go see that movie. Okay. Go see that movie. Yeah.
At least they didn't give it to what's his name? The guy that played Jackie Robinson and
yeah, like.
And I almost said Bobby Brown, James Brown.
Yeah, it's like
he became like the black poster child, bro, for a biopic.
Is he the Black Panther?
He's the Black Panther now too.
Yo, but speaking of Marvel, when he did that, it's like Chris Evans playing the Human Torch and Captain America. Like when he did that, I was like, why? No.
So like that, Ben Affleck as Daredevil, and now he Batman.
Yes.
Yeah. He shouldn't have been Batman based off of Daredevil.
He shouldn't have been Daredevil.
Daredevil. He's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to redeem himself. But go see Race, y'all. Go see Race. Speaking of movies, the Oscars happened.
It did.
What was it? Sunday
night.
Yeah,
and I watched it last night to research it. I watched it Kavon News because I was in there watching it the whole. But it cut off. Y'all ain't record the whole thing.
Are you sure?
How long is the Oscars?
It's like 3-4 hours.
It was 3 hours, and I only saw up to the part where Leonardo got the award. I think
DVR probably full.
Yeah, it be recording first take faithfully every week.
The DVR cannot be full.
No, it's not. It just cut off. But yeah. So I watched it, so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about the Oscars.
Where you want to start? Chris Rock. Did he do a good job?
Oh no! Yes, I want to talk about Chris Rock. Oh my gosh!
I watched the opener.
Coonery.
I mean,
coonery on a puppetry level or a coonery on a.
I'm soft shoeing for the white man. I am.
Was he tap dancing?
I think
was he chucking?
Yes, I think he was shucking and jiving, and I think he was Uncle Tommen, bro.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know.
I'll elaborate if y'all want me to.
I need you to.
Yeah, I need you.
I don't know.
Because people get
What you
fired over
said
Uncle
was
Tom comments.
true to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, because like, I didn't even watch the whole.
I just
whole
watched
thing.
the opening part. That's all I watched.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I heard
Okay.
like the whole Oscars he did. Like
Yeah, just race jokes.
It was black jokes. the
And
whole
like
time.
he was pandering towards his audience. And it was like, it was white in there.
Oh yeah,
It was white in
I
there.
counted like 10 black people.
It was
I
white
watched
in
somebody
there.
who's light skinned. I missed him. So,
Yeah, it was white in there.
Yeah, I saw.
And it's okay. It's
pretty
people to be
pasty.
white in there, but
It's fine.
it was an abundance and a lack thereof. It was, so
I mean, they.
do y'all want me to tell you why?
Go
Yes,
ahead,
I
bro.
need to
Go
hear
for
this.
it.
So when he did his opening thing for 10 minutes and everybody was raving about it, at first I vehemently disagreed with him, and then I sat back and I thought about it. So I don't totally disagree with him on this part. Jada Pinkett, everybody says Jada Pinkett boycotted it. To boycott means, when you say boycott, one person can boycott, I feel, but I don't think you could call it a boycott if nobody else is boycotting. You just not going.
What's the boycott limit? You need like at least 10 people.
I think like 10 might be like, yeah. If it's 9 people and under, you ain't boycott. You just
not
go.
coming.
Yeah, you just ain't go. But she never used the words boycott. She never
did.
She never used the word boycott. She said, I won't be there. That's it. She never had a call to action of, hey, other actors don't go either. She never said that.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not going.
Yeah, I don't like this. I'm
not going. And she was saying, look at it. Look at what's happening. You, with all that else is going on in the world, this should be an eye opener for this and that and the third. Right? So I got it. Will Smith in Concussion. I saw Will Smith in Concussion.
Still haven't seen it.
I think you guys see these movies, man. They're great. Concussion was a good movie. Will Smith, I think, did a bang up job. Everybody's talking about his accent. His accent was horrible. He was not doing the accent of a Nigerian. He was doing the accent of a Nigerian that he was playing. So I'm not. So you a lot of people would say that Kavan and Lon and Kavan have accents, but they don't have the same accent as one another. They do, but they have differences in their cadences and the way that they say certain words. So if I'm doing a movie on Kavan and I'm playing Kavan, I'm going to listen to Kavan's voice. So yeah, there's going to be some Virgin Island stuff within there, but Kavan, his voice is unique to him, right? So that's what he was doing. So that's a whole nother thing. I'm off that. So let's not talk about how he didn't do a good job. Will Smith did a bang up job in Concussion. Should he have? So here's my other thing.
Should he have been nominated?
Should have he been nominated? So let's just say in a perfect world, say we live in a vacuum, and that this year the only people that did stand out incredible jobs were white people and white actors, right? Huh?
Go ahead.
So let's just say that that's what happened, right? So let's just and then I started thinking, what movies have really come out for black actors this year
that were
where
amazing,
they feel like they should have been nominated?
that were amazing.
Yeah, can you think of
The
one?
only one that
And and you know me, I'm not like on no like I'm not no Uncle Tom, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like so
I think the only movie that everyone was really, I guess, somewhat ruffled about was, and it probably largely came in comparison to Sylvester Stallone getting a nomination for Best Supporting Actor, but Michael B. Jordan not getting a nomination for Best Actor.
And before any awards came out, before any nominees came out, I said you could have put any black actor in that role and they would have done an all right job. I think Michael B. Jordan did an all right job. Do I think he stood out? No, I do not. But I also don't think Michael B. Jordan is an incredible actor. I love what he's doing for black people, and I love the roles that he's playing and the positions that he's getting in the positions that ultimately people coming after him will be in. But do I think that Michael B. Jordan is the next Sidney Poitier? No, I don't. So, So yeah, when you have him playing opposite of a Sylvester Stallone who's been doing this for years on end and has been doing Rockies forever.
Forever, bro.
You're gonna pale in comparison.
You probably wake up doing Rocky.
You're gonna pale in comparison, and you can't. So don't take this term literally. You can't beat cancer, right? So he's playing a character that has cancer. You can't beat that. If you playing a person with an illness, especially a mental illness or cancer or AIDS or anything like that, you going straight to the academy.
Tug on the heartstring.
Yeah, exactly. So what was I saying? So I don't necessarily disagree with him on that point when he's talking about we gotta try harder next year, and Kevin Hart is saying try harder, like and keep working and all of that stuff. What movie came out this year where y'all felt like y'all should have been nominated for something? Like, let's just look at it. And then if you want to be treated equally, I sound like the person that I hate, right? And I'm not trying to sound like that person, but facts are facts. I feel like I'm not pandering towards that argument of like, yo, black people got to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps all the time. I'm not like that. But if you want to be treated like an equal, you can't expect stuff to be handed to you every time.
True. So
he's talking about, if you want to have a black nominee every year, then we need to have black awards. We're talking about equality here. I'm trying to be equal. Why should there be a separate category? I'd be more upset that there was a separate category rather than me just not getting nominated altogether and that none of my people got nominated altogether. So I disagree with that.
Oh, they definitely can't. What, best black actor?
You better not do that. You better not do that.
Burn everything down.
You better not do that. I'll burn everything down. You better not. So with that, I'm like, okay. So I sat and I thought about it, and I was like, you kind of got misconstrued. And like, he played Will and Jada out for like no reason. Will said nothing.
I didn't get
Will
that.
said nothing. If my wife made a stance and said that she wasn't going to something, and I'm more famous than my wife and all of that, I'm not coming either. That's my wife.
Yep.
We are united
we're
front. Yeah, like we're one. Why am I can't go. I can't. I'm obligated to not go. So my wife said something publicly, and if I went, that would make my wife look bad. I'm not gonna be there, Chris. Why am I being ridiculed? Why am I part of your joke? Like, my wife said something, and I can't go.
Then they probably understand the whole politics of a whole situation.
Oh, Will Smith, he was asked about it, and he ain't said nothing about it.
He did an interview, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah. So I wasn't too upset about the opening anymore. When I watched it again, I wasn't too upset about it. What I was totally upset, and yeah, he was, like you said, John, he was making racial jokes throughout. But then again, that's Chris Rock. That's always been Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what he hangs his hat on. Racism. Like, if there was no racism, there'd be no Chris Rock, right? And
there'll be a Chris Rock, or just like 60%.
It's not be good.
60% less material.
Okay, then would we know him? We need that extra 40.
No, he'd be on Hulu. He'd be going to Netflix.
Don't disrespect Chris Tucker, because Chris Tucker's on Netflix.
Bro, and
that
it's
was
not good.
Trash.
It's not trash. I love that. What? Oh man, it wasn't.
He was bombing.
No, he was not.
I didn't get that far in it at all.
Hey,
bro,
I couldn't do it, man. I did like 10 minutes. I'm like, nah.
So he wasn't. It wasn't like laugh out loud hilarious, but it was like consistently funny.
I was laughing at him not doing good.
Crawford right after, I was like, nah, I gotta make up for it.
Man, I thought it was consistently funny, man. Y'all, it wasn't like knee slapping funny.
It was not.
And I have the type of personality where something could be a little funny, and in my mind, I'll make it like super funny.
And you'll run with it.
Huh? I'll run with it. I will run with it. Y'all know it.
I'm not coming to watch a show to do 50% of the mental work to make you funny. No, bro.
I already paid my $8 though. So I'm gonna sit there and enjoy it. And I'm the type of guy, I watch somebody that I'm already a fan of, and I want them to do well.
This is true.
So that was me. I was sitting there like, yo, let this be funny. Let this be funny. And it was consistently funny. And but off Chris Tucker.
What?
No. Yeah. So what really pushed me over the edge with it was when he went to a black so Chris Rock will say all these jokes and stuff and it'll bring racism to light and all of that stuff. But then what he'll do is he'll use the hood and stuff as a stepping stool or as a joke itself. You know what I mean? Like, so you come into a place where black people are that support you and all of that stuff, and then you kind of like use us for your joke to make white people laugh.
Yeah,
you know
I can't remember what he said.
So no, it was he had a segment and he went to a black. He went to a black movie theater.
Was it Compton? I didn't like that at all.
And he was interviewing black people. He was interviewing black people, and what was getting caught were the of course, like how news reporters do.
Always get the
ignorant ones, inarticulate ones, the ones that never seen any type of movie and all of that stuff, and just holding a mic in their face and letting them do the work for them. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you had a chance to not do that. You know what I mean? Like, you had one job, you could have not done that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like that
but you chose, and I did not appreciate that. And that's when for me the Uncle Tomness and all of that stuff started clicking, started coming into play for me. I'm like, yo, this was a cheap joke. It was a bad move for our people, and you had a chance, not even to make a difference. You just had a chance to not do it, and you chose to do that. Like, nobody asked for that. Nobody's like, yo, I hope that happens. You know what I mean?
So I didn't that check, man. I saw someone posted saying he's going through a divorce and his wife is taking everything, so he got to get as much money as he can. So I guess that's why he did it.
Yeah. Well, don't use us for that. You know what I mean? That's my one critique for him for that. Like, everything else aside, don't do that.
And he was saying. The one thing I thought it was funny.
And what always upsets me is when we're the butt of the joke and white people are just there clapping, yo, just giving credence to everything that could be possibly said about us.
What you think about Stacey Dash?
I was just about to say that.
I didn't watch it. It's one of those things where I was saying, like where I don't like to be embarrassed for other people. So I didn't get too far into it. Okay. I saw her come out and get virtually no applause.
From no one.
She got one clap, bro. She got one clap.
It was only 5 seconds, so you didn't mix it up. She was like, I'm out here for my people, and I wanted to say happy
Black History Month. It was terrible.
Nobody takes you serious.
The one thing I thought that was funny, though, was when they had, for some random reason, they had like this fake Suge Knight thing. Yeah. Of him, and I'm like, yo, I hope Shook don't get out because I don't think he's gonna think this is funny.
Shook old, man.
People still afraid of Suge Knight in 2016.
Have you seen Suge Knight?
No. Last time I saw him, he was crying
in court with glasses on. Didn't he faint one time too?
He lied about how he didn't see over
he can't see
and all that.
He's legally blind.
Yeah. I wish jail on nobody, man. I wish jail on nobody. So, like, even the likes of Suge Knight, I was hoping that joint wasn't true. You know? Even the likes of Suge Knight. Even after all the speculation of him killing Tupac or him killing Biggie or whoever he killed.
He did it, man. Speculation, he did it.
Him hanging Vanilla Ice over the balcony and all of that stuff. I was like, I know you may have done certain things or allegedly done certain things, but please don't have like killed somebody, bro. That was the dude from Training Day, the handsome dude from Training Day, the handsome
he ran him over.
The handsome gangster.
Nah, he ran over his friend. He ran both of them over.
But the dude from Training Day died.
I got it mixed up. It wasn't him. So he's alive, but he's alive and he said he's not going to testify because he ain't no snitch.
No, he not going to testify because he's scared.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Suge Knight. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I would be afraid of Suge Knight in 2016. Anybody else got anything else to say on the Oscars?
Leo won.
I'm living about that.
Leo, man, finally. I mean, he's been a winner in our eyes for years, but
Mad Max got like
Yo,
6.
6, yo. They were racking.
The cinematography, production design, costume design.
Mad Max.
Bro.
They want mad productions.
Like sound design, sound mixing, like
Yeah.
I was part of it.
If you win sound design, you're gonna win sound mixing. I think.
yeah, they want
Like when I was like, why is this 2 separate categories?
I think the only
Because
like
apparently they're 2 separate categories.
I think the director of The Revenant knocked him out for some random thing, but other than that,
What was it? It was.
it was
I'm
random
not gonna
category.
waste time thinking about it.
But it got to the point where everyone was like, they got like 5 in a row,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know they got that
Yo,
many nominations.
When Louis
period.
C.K. came out there for the documentaries,
Yeah, that was
for
funny.
for the documentaries, and he's like, and the winner is. What is it? Mad Max. And he was like, no, I was joking. I was rolling. I was rolling.
Bro, he's funny though.
Yeah, he was up there cracking jokes about he was making
Yeah, about the documentary thing.
Yeah, he really. I think that was real admirable of him.
He brought some light to it,
He
man.
did,
Like y'all
very
go
much
home
so.
to your $1 million homes.
Yeah.
Your documentary,
He's
folks.
like, he said, this is like truly my favorite award of the night because these people, they're, you know what I mean, they're not rich like y'all, you know what I mean, and nobody's watching these short documentaries.
short-
That sounds like him. Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah. Any other highlights for the Oscars?
I mean,
I think Chris Rock could have bought all them cookies for his daughters.
he could have.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need my rich
It's
friends. to
money
buy
in the
it.
room though.
And that was another thing. That was another thing. That was another thing. Come on, bro. As a black man, come on. You representing more than just you. You know? So here we are on one of the biggest stages, and you know what I mean, and everybody's watching, and
Begging for
here
money.
you are, a black man,
Begging for money.
begging for money.
Was he?
Come on, Leo. He said, "Come on, Leo." About 30
I know
minutes.
you got it. You got 30 million. I'm like, come on, man. And that was cringeworthy to me too.
I don't know. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think about stuff like that because I'm a black man in America that's trying to make a difference and trying to disrupt the status quo. You know what I mean? And here's somebody that's like just doing it for his own benefit, like, you know, and just exploiting it. That's the word I'm looking for his own benefit, whether he knows it or not.
He doesn't. No. I think the only thing I would say, I didn't think I haven't even seen Spotlight. Now I feel like I have to go see it because it won Best Picture. Over
movie?
Spotlight.
I still need to see what's that movie? The Big Short.
Yeah, but those it's in like select theaters. I've been trying to go see
The
it.
Big Short. It'll be out on Redbox.
What
And
was Big Short?
who's in Big Short?
No, what was it? What was Big Short? What movie was Big
I
Short?
don't know.
It was about
it won a couple awards. It won best adaptive screenplay.
Okay, so
Did
was Spotlight the one about the newspaper?
Newspaper guy writing
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
Vatican and
Yeah.
not the Vatican, but the priests abusing the kids.
Yeah, those little clips that they show. I'm like, I never heard of this movie, and it's gonna make me want to watch
I gotta go see all of them now because the clip that they played for Trumbo, Bryan Cranston, for the award. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh snap! Leo might not win." Like I was like, "Yo, these did like he was acting
Do you think he earned the win?
for Revenant."
Do y'all
haven't
think
seen
he
it yet.
earned it, or they was like, you know what, we just
He
gonna
slept
give
in
it?
he slept in the horse.
So I wouldn't know.
You haven't seen the Revenant?
No.
He slept in the horse. Like what can you do?
He did way more than sleep in the horse.
Except in the horse got mauled by a
He
bear.
didn't talk that much.
He didn't talk that much.
He didn't talk that much in the movie. That's my phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I feel like he earned it.
You think he earned it?
I think he did, man. The
Who he
film,
winning over?
Bryan Cranston, Eddie Redmayne.
My dude, Ryan, the older dude in The Bridge of Spies.
Yeah, he was in that.
That was my guy. He won best supporting.
Best supporting actor.
I loved him in that movie.
I still haven't seen that either.
You got to.
Yeah.
All these movies that got nominated, I minus Mad Max, which I've never seen, so that's why I'm minusing it for now. Yeah, they're good movies.
Apparently, yeah, they're really good.
It's, cause Bridge of Spies was dope, and the dude who won Best Supporting Actor in that movie, I was like, well deserved. And he was so humble. I love humble people, man. Like, he was so humble in that joint. He was like, yo, he said, I'm just grateful that my acting gets pinned up against your great acting. And I was like, yo, like, man, I thought that was wonderful. Anybody else have any other commentary on the Oscars? Okay, we move on.
I mean, Chris did say Black Lives Matter at the end.
All lives matter.
Y'all should see his face.
So it was one of them moments. It was one of them moments where it's like, you know, you disagree with a person, right, on another issue, and so you're upset with them, and so there's a moment where y'all both agree, but you don't want to agree with them, so you just say something totally oppositional of what they
he
just
did. He said when he was saying
nah. He was like, yo, the sky is blue. Nah. Where is Bond? Bond is not blue. Matter of fact, it's just a reflection from the water.
Yeah, he said it when it was closing out. So, I mean, yeah, it was cool.
What else is big in the news right now? The Warriors. And moreover, Stephen Curry and John is looking at me like, bro, my fault, John.
No.
This is your segment.
No, please take.
I was just trying to segue it.
With that. No.
I was just trying to segue it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, this is you.
Ain't much to say about him at this
It's
point.
not. That's why I was like, yo, just keep going.
Just take it and then we'll take it. I ain't mean to.
Steph Curry's not real, bro.
He's very real.
He's not real, bro. Like, bro, who have we known to have range like that, bro? Where you can just walk up court and be like, oh,
I'm gonna pull up.
They're thinking I'm gonna go to the line, the 3-point line, and shoot it. Nah, I'm gonna shoot at half court.
Yeah.
It's like, and you're 64% from that range, bro.
Yeah. 17 of 24 this season.
That
means you taking them shots. Number one.
That makes no sense, bro. And for them to have won that game when Draymond had 1 point, yo,
They should not.
Word of the day, because I feel like Draymond portrayed that.
Oh, daggone it! You about to give me a point?
Nah. I gave you the suggestion.
Nah, but you. I'm saying it.
Because I feel like Draymond is like he put that on display this weekend, bro.
Vituperation.
Vituperation is the word.
Vituperation.
Yes. Severely blaming or censoring. So he used some vituperation in the locker room.
Yes.
Okay.
That he did.
I'll give you the point.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Word. I don't know. That probably my only point for the podcast. But yeah, man, I feel like so like he went on that little tirade at halftime. Bro, if you suck, you suck. Bro.
That's sports.
Like, he was trash that game.
So me and you, we watched. So John and I, we watched the game together. We were loud as all heck, or mainly me, but you know.
Nah, we were both loud. Yeah.
At the end of it, John used some.
Where was I when I was good?
Did I?
You did.
Okay,
I know because you don't curse like that. So I was like, what?
I did.
Yeah. I ain't mean to tell you. I ain't telling you. It wasn't John. It was Khan. Somebody else.
You could have said Reggie, Kenny, Joe. It wasn't John, it was Khan.
Now I'm gonna start.
No, yeah. So so we so me and you, we were like, yo, if the Warriors lose this game, it's Draymond Green's fault.
Yeah.
If they lose this game, it's his fault.
Because he stayed chasing triple double.
So he had 1 point, but this man had 14 assists.
I missed it.
I missed it too.
I missed it.
He had 14 points and I think 20 rebounds.
14 assists, 20 rebounds?
I think, don't quote me on the rebounds, but he had a double-double in another arena other than scoring. He had 1 point, but he had 14 assists.
But I feel like that's all overshadowed by that stupid tirade that he went on.
Yeah, he apologized for it.
What he did, he's like, if you don't want to shoot,
I'm like,
yeah, and I didn't want him to shoot that game. I didn't want him to shoot that game. Passed. So, and then, they were like, oh, well, he was being, being insubordinate and all that stuff. Well, he was, because the coach told him to sit down, and he told the coach, make me.
What?
Steve Kerr?
He told Steve Kerr to make him sit
All
down.
I remember is that one time.
Steve Kerr not that guy. Steve Kerr is a nice guy.
No, Steve Kerr told him one time he did something. I think he dunked or hit a shot and he like flexed. And Steve Kerr was like, do that again.
I remember that.
It was last year. He was like, do it again. And you're going to be on the bench. Steve Kerr probably ain't did nothing because he know his back can't handle it.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. His health is in question every game.
Oh, that's not.
Again, so yeah. So that was mean, Draymond telling him to make you, and you know he can't make you. It's not nice. It's not nice, Draymond.
But he probably talking because, he got that contract now.
Yeah, what you gonna do? They
yeah.
gonna fire you before they fire me? Real rap.
We got Luke.
All right, so yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't even feel like Russell Westbrook probably had like the best game, like in that game. I feel like that was an average game for Westbrook. In the
He had what, 29, 28?
Nah, I think he had like 22.
No, he had 20. He was in the high 20s.
Was it high 20?
Yeah.
I still felt like that was an average game compared to how like the hype that I'm going based off first take because I watch it at work all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, he doesn't. He works at work.
and I watch it on my phone.
No, he does not. He's working and he's
right.
He's trying to
dedicated.
save you, bro. He's like, nah,
He's dedicated at work.
let me jump off this bridge, bro.
They know I watch it. They walk past my desk all the time. Oh, you watching it today? Yeah.
All right, man. Not everybody at the office knows you watching it. But okay, John. All right.
They're not listening.
The views that are expressed by John Carter do not necessarily.
All right, so they gotta listen. So I don't watch it. I just listen.
I'll be working at work. Shoot.
Word. Okay. But yeah, man, shoot, what's called Kevin Durant? I think he had a pretty good game. I think like what Stephen A. said though, like he's more aggressive against other teams than when he played Cleveland, and that was evident. So I don't know what it is when he played LeBron, but when he played against Steph Curry, it's like he's trying to show up. Cause I think I told you this on that game. I was like, Stephen Curry is what Kevin Durant was supposed to be, like jack up from anywhere on the court.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
Me either.
But I feel like that's what.
Let's talk about that.
Because he was a prolific scorer.
Expound.
I think he still is.
I mean, he is, but if he could be more.
He still is. He still is. But I just feel like, man.
I sat on it.
Steph Curry is going to make. He is making it hard for like.
I was pausing me for a previous comment. I mean,
No. It's so childish. Steph Curry is making it difficult for scorers in the NBA now because, man, like he's not setting a standard, but he has gone so far above the standard that it's just like, all right, KD give you 36, 38, and you'll be like, well, all right, cool. Because you're expecting 42 from Steph on any given night. And like half of that 42 is going to come from beyond the 3-point line. And it's just like, well, what do you do? Like, what do you do with that? Like, so I don't feel like Durant is any less of a scorer than he's ever been. I feel like he's gotten better. But it's still just like, well, all right, cool. But
just not putting it up like crazy.
You're not coming from the half point. Like, what are you going to do?
If he hadn't gotten fouled out, I think they would have won that game.
I would agree with that.
So if he hadn't, let's say if he hadn't turned the ball over,
the game would have been done.
And if he would have called timeout instead of just running the clock out and like launching the ball and having somebody else steal the ball.
And if he also didn't foul,
and if he didn't foul, so he had.
That was a mental loss. Like he just
that was
made
his,
a lot of bad decisions.
He lost that game for them when Draymond Green lost that game for them. But he was like, "Nah, y'all can have it. I'm about to be on y'all team next year anyway." so see what I could do. I can win games even on other teams. Yeah, like, see, y'all. No, I'm coming.
Should I help y'all out?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if he hadn't have fouled out, they would have won that game. If like so, say they went into overtime and he was still in the game throughout that, because he was lighting them up, man. He hit that crucial 3 that put the Warriors down by 4.
I just feel like if he didn't defer to Westbrook as much,
He's not the guy.
I know, but
He's like,
I
I'm
want
not
him
the
to
guy.
be the guy. Like,
We all want him to be the guy
Because he can be the guy.
He can be the guy. That's what I'm saying.
He
like,
can,
yo,
but
like,
you can
have the
you
green light, bro.
But you can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves. You can't. And he's like, I want to be number 2, which is why he's seriously considering, or they're considering him to come to the Warriors to maybe not even be number 2 on this team.
He'd be like number 3.
He'd be like number 3 on this team.
You think so?
Maybe 4.
Because if he goes
Maybe
there,
4, because you got Draymond and Klay Thompson.
If I'm smart,
But
Kevin
who they getting rid of,
Kevin
though?
Durant, you coming off the bench.
So supposedly they would get rid of.
What?
who are they getting rid
Kevin
of?
Durant, you're coming off the bench because you cannot pass. You're not a passer. Everybody on this team can pass the ball. If Kevin Durant comes on this team and he's the only one that can't pass the ball,
Maybe that's
come off
just
the
not his
bench.
thing.
Be instant offense for us.
It's not.
Yeah, so I think if he did come, like salary wise, I think they said they would have to get rid of
Andre Iguodala, right?
Barnes, Iguodala, and Bogey.
Those are crucial. Those are crucial players. What about getting rid of what's my boy Clark? Get rid of him.
Festus?
Very job. No, I love Festus.
Who's Clark?
See, no, you know
Who's Clark?
the third string point guard.
Ian Clark. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know. I
He
don't
probably
think.
don't even play.
Oh, yeah.
He played.
Why are you a third
He
string
played when they
point
up by
guard?
20.
I don't want to be a
Why do
third
they
string
have
point guard.
so many point guards?
McAdoo play?
Who?
He can go.
McAdoo can go,
He can go to because he's just up there smiling on the bench, catching the check.
but
Like,
you
the
don't
stats from that game-
trade your MVP.
Yeah, McAdoo and Clark are
Your
the only
finals
people that
MVP.
didn't play that game.
Huh?
McAdoo and Clark are the only people that didn't play in that game.
And those are the 2 people that they should
That's-
trade.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know, but you can't trade if everybody knows how trades work. You're not gonna get nothing for them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Those 2 players combined are not Kevin Durant.
cash consideration.
But it's like, why are you trying to monopolize? You're already a monopoly right now, in my opinion. If we're looking at it from a business
They
standpoint,
keep this together, bro.
An
This is
unexpected
like,
monopoly, by
it
the
is
way.
a dynasty.
This is
So why are you trying to mess up the formula?
95, 96 Bulls right now.
I don't think they're serious about it. I don't think they're serious about bringing Kevin Durant.
I hope not. But I don't think he's gonna stay in OKC. Anyways,
He should
Where
go.
can he go?
He should go to the Wizards. The Wizards want him really bad, and he's from DC.
'Cause
That'd be a
still-
big thing.
In the East, I still don't think like he's still not.
He don't want to see LeBron.
He don't.
He don't want to see LeBron 4 times a year.
He don't. But I don't think. But they would have a squad there anyways. Though, like Nene and
John Wall.
Gortat.
Beasley. Well, no, I'm Beasley.
But like
Jesus.
you need a front court, bro. Like the back court is
Good time.
Yeah.
he's
Good time is nice.
Gortat.
Good time is nice.
No, okay.
No.
Nah.
Okay. I think
Nah.
good time is nice.
Not for too much longer, or not for too much. Not to be a legit like championship contender.
Mm.
So I mean, I can see him going there because of like nostalgic reasons, like going back home.
Yeah.
But other than that, like
Nah, I'm,
Nah,
not,
Yo,
I'm
as-
not doing that.
I'm
Why
tell-
DC not
As
Cleveland?
long as they keep that Warriors team together, everybody else can forget about
it
it.
don't matter. It don't matter.
Truth. I don't. Yeah.
If it's as long as
Oh,
they stay
And
healthy,
it's- yep, stay
y'all
healthy.
can forget
As
about
far as I'm concerned, if Steph Curry
it. Y'all playing
plays,
for second place right now.
if he plays the way he plays this season, next season, or gets better, like
How do you get better, bro?
How do you get better? That's
Yeah,
yo.
but
I'm
Always
I'm
room
scared.
for improvement.
No, I'm scared this season.
exactly.
I was scared last season. I'm terrified.
And what happened this season? He got better.
He can't get better than that.
If he gets better next season, are we definitively looking at the
So
GOAT?
what's better? Because right now he has like 280 something 3-pointers with 22 games left.
Well, what do you do?
How
Just
do you
keep
get better?
playing. What do you mean? You keep playing.
What's
You
better?
start shooting from behind the half-point line.
It's still 3 points.
It don't matter.
It's
more-
matters. It's still 3 points.
No, it doesn't matter.
bro.
Like it's a
It will
mind-
mess
not
you
gonna-
mentally.
Yeah.
and that's what I think. I think the Warriors have a mental edge on everybody else
They do.
because
Because it's like no matter what you
It's like level 40.
do, they're not losing.
And no game is more evident than that Thunder game.
exactly. So it's like
they had y'all.
That game was supposed to be over.
Yeah.
No
But
game is more
like,
evident than
it
than
fell
that
apart,
game.
and it's just like, oh snap! What do you do when a guy comes up court? And like, what do you do?
I forget.
The bench just dropped their hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going in.
Like, what do you
Like
do?
Kevin, he not your teammate till next year. I'm just getting a head start.
What do you do? So
Practicing.
I feel like if he gets better, and I think as scary as it is, he's probably gonna get a little better next year, and he'll probably end up possibly maybe almost.
What if
being,
his teammates pick up like what he does?
Does that automatically put him in the top 5 greatest
Bruh,
players
that's
of all time?
scary.
What'd you say?
What if his teammates pick up what he does?
Does
What do you
he?
mean?
A couple
Like, they're as good as him.
We're having like 4 conversations.
We are.
It's cool.
And we should not be because we're doing a podcast.
My
sorry.
question was, if he gets better next season and plays just as good, and say they pick up a 3-peat, next 2 championships they got
It
him, they
can
win
happen.
them.
I don't see it not happening.
Like, are we looking at him possibly like automatically being in the conversation of the top 5 greatest players of all time?
He's already in the conversation of top 5 all time.
I say he's in top 10
Right now,
historically.
Right.
He's all in top 10.
right now they saying top 5 right now. After the last game, they saying top 5. We gotta get cameras in here because John's face looking at me right now. And John, I know it's too early. I know it's too early. But the fact that it's too early and it is the discussion right now.
Let
Exactly.
you know how good he
He's
is.
27.
He's still young NBA years.
He has 10 years left. Well, if his
He's in his prime. He's in his prime in NBA
years.
years. And the last thing to go is your shot. He don't got no young player game. He not fast. So he doesn't use his speed. He doesn't jump high, so he doesn't use his ups. He shoots the ball and he passes the ball.
That's it.
He's Steve Kerr.
And he plays loose. He's like a way better Steve Kerr.
Is he a way better Ray Allen?
Speaking of, Phil Jackson.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's old. He's a
He
gym.
mad.
And,
He's senile?
and
He's senile.
Yeah.
What did this man say?
And I love Oscar Robertson, but he could get out of here too.
Phil
He gotta
Jackson
go.
said what?
It's no surprise. He's just.
He reminds him of Chris Jackson or
He recanted.
Did he recant?
He tried to recant.
He tried to recant.
tried to
He's like, I didn't say that they played the same. I was saying, like, I said that.
Yo,
He reminds me of him. That's all I said. It was like,
Bro,
no.
you know your tweet is still up from.
He didn't even take it down.
Hey, bro, like you read
Yo.
it for yourself, bro.
Yeah. Steph Curry might be the logo one day.
That's a stretch.
Before
Is
Jordan?
Jordan?
Is that a stretch?
It's a
That's a
stretch.
stretch.
Yeah.
Is it a
In
stretch?
100 years, man.
Okay, well, let me break it down to you. So, Michael Jordan had the chance to be the logo, and they changed the logo. They renew the logo every 5 or so years. The logo has a contract.
Okay.
So they renew it ever so often. Michael Jordan had the chance to be the logo, and they decided no.
Man, I don't even know how to say this, but over Kobe?
Yeah. Kobe's not. So
Nah,
here's
bruh.
the difference between Steph Curry and the likes of Michael Jordan, even LeBron and Kobe. Steph Curry is liked by everyone.
Fair enough.
True.
By everyone.
Except for old people.
I mean, I like him, but I don't like him at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
people. I think my dad told me the other day. It was like people like 25 and up, they're LeBron fans, and people such and such and under, they're Steph Curry fans or whatever.
LeBron's still good. His Curry's
He is
better.
He's better. Steph
That's
Curry.
it.
And somebody argue with me up and down on my Facebook page before I blocked them.
Niggas don't learn, bro.
Yeah, I'll block you now. But he argued with me in the beginning of the season. I said, I think I like LeBron now, and I think I like him because I know he's not the best player. That you can't argue that he's the best player in the league anymore. This was early in the season. Come on, bro. And you could tell he was a LeBron lover. Like, he loves LeBron because he was denying facts. No, man, LeBron is this and that. And I'm like, he's not better than Steph Curry right now. And everybody's saying it. Steph Curry is having and he's more than likely having the best season of all time.
He probably is.
And I don't see when LeBron's gonna get one for the land.
He's
as
not.
he calls it.
And
I don't. See
speaking of which, and we gonna get off sports soon, but Kyrie trying to leave.
According to Steve, who knows everybody? Cause I'm a good friend with such and such for 20 years.
He had one friend that can't even know everybody.
I'm like,
oh, that's
come
my
on.
cousin, dog.
I'm like, wait a minute. I think he's talking about Jesus.
No, but he let you.
God or something.
But he let you know. But he let you know how cool they are. But he I don't know if hyperbolize is a good word. Is that? I don't know if that's a real word. But he uses hyperbole. Hyperbole is
very often.
He does it within the facts. I'm really good friends with such and such. We had dinner one time and it was the best time ever. It's like, so he's
95.
like he's summing up a whole friendship in one meeting. You know what I mean? Like in like one get together or whatever. So he let you know in a conversation. Like, this is the amount of time that we spent together, but it meant way more to me than it probably did to
Stephen
them.
that dude that say he talking to a girl, but he that dude that say he talking to a girl, but she slick on the asking for directions one time.
Yeah, we used to talk.
We used to talk.
Yeah, you know, like how in depth.
She actually went to IHOP at, bro. Like, chill.
Yeah, so you know, we used to talk, man. How long? Not long.
You know, we had some differences. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So what else? What else is going on outside of sports? Nothing happening in football, other than Peyton Manning might be a rapist, sadly, allegedly.
Oh no, that was he just
They gave the Philly quarterback got a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
He did absolutely nothing.
36 mil.
Dang, that much for it?
36 million.
what's his name sued ESPN. Dude that got Jean-Pierre Paul. He got his his fingers blown off.
Yeah, because they shared. So the dude, I think it was Schefter.
Adam Schefter.
Yeah, so he shared the doctor's report,
The medical records.
The medical records, yeah.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, he put that joint on air. Like,
oh, you can't do
so
that.
He's suing him for, I forgot how much it was.
It's not. It's like 45,000.
HIPAA, man. HIPAA.
Yeah, so he sued the NFL. Right? Was it not?
Nah, he's suing ESPN and Schefter.
And Schefter, yeah.
Yo, if he has a great season next year, they not gonna do nothing on him. and somebody got a whole bunch of sacks.
We not cool, bro.
Not getting no airtime.
Yeah, so what's up with this Mark Zuckerberg and Black Lives Matter? Anybody want to talk about that?
So apparently, so for those that don't know, like Facebook has a literal Facebook wall at their headquarters. It's literally a wall you can write on, and like when celebrities come, they write on the wall and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So apparently there have been incidents where people have written Black Lives Matter on the wall, but other folks have been coming and like scratching out black and like putting all lives matter. So he basically sent out a company-wide email last week about it, basically saying, yo, like, for real though, like, stop. Like, we had a meeting about this before. We had a Q&A. We told y'all why it wasn't okay. Like, and we understand and we get it. We know that all lives matter. But there are actual things affecting the black community that have taken light in this period of time. And it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be dealt with. So, like, man, basically, if I catch who's doing it, it's finna be a problem.
On site.
On site. Like, literally, if I catch who's doing it, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I thought it was dope, man, like, for it to come from the CEO. Like, he didn't have to do all that. And it's a reality, man, of... And I don't think people understand, like, when someone say... I think there's still a misunderstanding of the phrase or the term, like, what stands behind the term of saying Black Lives Matter. Like, yo, no, we know all lives matter, yo. But for whatever reason, at this point in time, for not just this point in time, but over an extended period of time, like, it seems like, man, we have been consistently and continuously getting the short end of the stick over things where there shouldn't even be a stick involved. Period.
You know what plagues me so much about the All Lives Matter movement? Number one, it's not a movement at all.
It's really not.
It's not a movement at all. It's just something to combat a movement.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a movement. And then all the people that are shouting All Lives Matter, it's ironic because to them all lives don't matter. So they're saying all lives matter. Like, it's like, duh, so do something about it. So if you really believe that all lives matter, then we should be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, no, all lives matter, and then you don't do anything about it. You know?
Like someone said, just because I say Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that any
Right.
other life doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that seems to be the general like thought process behind the whole thing, which is kind of stupid.
It is stupid because Black Lives Matter, it implies that other lives are mattering. Here are the ones that, here's the one that's not. That's not seeming like it matters to people.
So the fact that I gotta say something let you know that
Right.
there's a problem.
Yeah, we're being overlooked.
It should be that simple. Like that is,
And it is that simple.
But people are stupid.
But people are closet racists.
Some of them not even in the closet, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
So you say, but when you say all lives matter, you being a closet racist, in my opinion. Because if you say, out of the closet racist, and out of the closet racist would be like, no, they don't. Black lives don't matter. Leave that closet wide open. No, I'm saying it wide open. No, y'all don't. Speaking of which, that KKK rally.
Why are they still having rallies, yo? Who's coming to these parades?
They're trying to have
beating people up.
They're trying to have a summit in Stone Mountain next month.
That's where they started,
next
bro.
month or month after.
That is where they started. I think that's where they started.
So
in Stone Mountain?
The original Stone Mountain, Jordan.
In the house.
So they're like trying to have like a petition to like
quick
to, like
research
to cancel that.
So I be climbing Stone Mountain, man.
I never been up there.
They've been up there before.
So that's the thing. So when I find out stuff like that, I'm like, so should I climb it more?
Yeah.
Or should I not do it at all? Yeah. Like just like I found out Adidas was started by a leader of a Nazi party. So I'm like, so do I wear Adidas more?
Or wear more Nikes.
Yeah.
Oh, they originated in Tennessee. That's my
You
bad.
got Adidas on, I got Nikes on. You ain't real. Anyway.
John convicted now.
I am, man. I'm back.
He convicted.
Yeah, they had a rally in Anaheim, California.
So was that the way to react?
What do
Was
you
that
mean?
the way to react
To
to
disrupt it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
but
wrestling with
folks
that. I'm
in the-
struggling with
A
that.
few folks
you're a
got
Christian.
stuck.
Huh?
A few folks got stuck.
What you
Yeah,
mean
3
stuck?
people got stabbed.
Oh, you mean stuck like stabbed? I'm thinking like they can't leave. I'm thinking they can't leave the state or something.
He's still in the 70s. Yeah, I'm about to get stuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, jive, turkey.
You did.
Nah, yeah, like 3 people got stabbed. They had a rally and some people that were anti-KKK, which for the most part was just probably
I
black
like how
people.
Lon says KKK. He says it really fast.
Like Lil Jon.
Yeah, But
Yeah,
yeah, was
so
that the
they-
way to react, man?
I mean, what?
I mean, I
It's-
get it, but like,
I get it.
leave them alone.
Get like you adding credence again. You're adding credence to the argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not. So you can't fight hate with hate. You know what I mean? So it's like we hate all colored people, and I'm pretty sure they're not saying colored people, right? And it's like, well, we hate you too. Like it's like that doesn't change anything.
I mean, what do you
going up to some, and I keep seeing this poster. This dude about to hook the mess out of this dude. He caught back there too. He reached back, so and the dude is just walking. I'm minding my own racist business. Like you, what you gonna do? You think you about to knock the hate out of me? It's not about to knock the hate out of me,
back, bro. Like his leg, like his posture. So like it's not like
It was like perfect form.
It was perfect form. It's like the haymakers off of knockout knees.
Yes.
He had one of them mugs, bro. I'm like, yo, he's about to get.
He's done. He better not miss. Like you already halfway there now. You better land one for all of us. I'm just walking. I'm minding my racist business, man.
He was probably screaming Mandela when he hit him.
This one's for
Yo, shout out to that sign language interpreter, yo. Sign language interpreter at the funeral.
I know you talking about.
He said he was scared.
He was scared away.
To do the right job.
Right.
I think he said he was scared to
What?
to do something.
Oh, to interpret what the dude was saying.
No, he said he said he was feeling funny or something like that.
He was like, nah,
and he didn't
yo.
want to act funny around the Secret Service folks. Like he just stayed there.
He was like, yo, the Crips watching, bro. I can't do it.
Nah, man. So what?
Yeah, he
That
said he
means you were
scared.
doing something. You had something to be guilty about. Just do your job. What you worry about the Secret Service for? We been off Mandela. They been off Mandela, man. I ain't never been on Mandela. They been off Mandela, man. Yeah, but
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I saw
I
this.
don't think,
I don't
man. I don't.
What are they
You
gonna do
can't-
though? Give him hugs though?
I would.
Just ignore him, man.
I don't know.
That might be something, man.
That might be. I mean,
might
if
be
they let you
something.
hug him.
Yeah, like, hey, you could stand there and be like, yo, free hugs, man. And they say whatever they want to say, but at least you showed love and you can, you know what I mean? Like, hate versus hate, man. Like, you just as ignorant. You're not any better than them, and everybody's applauding it. And I'm like, man, is that really the way to do it? I'm sad that they having a rally. You know what I mean? I'm sad that hate brings people together, because it does. I'm sad. You know what I mean? I'm saddened by it. I'm saddened that you hate me without even knowing me. You know what I mean? Just because the complexion of my skin. You know what I mean? You haven't met me. You just hate me off rip.
Yeah, let me give you a chance to not like me.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm
sad,
cool with that.
I'm saddened by that. But what I'm not gonna do is cut you off from getting to know a great person, or what I think is a great person, by just hooking the crap out of you. You know what I mean? He is forever embedded in history. This guy.
He is. Whoever he is.
It looks like a civil rights photo, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I saw this post on Facebook today about this guy's interpretation of the Black Lives Matter thing. So he was like, my personal interpretation of Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter is Bob is sitting at a dinner table. Everyone gets to plate of food except Bob.
Yeah.
Bob says Bob deserves food. Everyone at the table responds with, everyone deserves food, and continues eating. Although everyone deserves food is a true statement, it does nothing to actually rectify the fact that Bob has no food.
Exactly. Yeah, I read that, and I was going to read it too. I'm glad you read it. I wasn't going to read it today, but I had forgotten about it, so I'm glad you read it. Yeah.
It makes sense.
So I don't know. Y'all wanted to. So we had a meeting, and we had things about. We had a meeting about things we were going to talk about.
What was it? I can't remember now.
We had one more thing we were going to talk about.
The heroin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hold on, but before that, can we talk about Trump supporting the KKK? Like,
He tried to.
Ain't no under.
our
Yeah. If you know.
I don't know anything about the white supremacists.
I have to do some research before I can give an answer.
You don't think about them because you are one.
You want the Mexicans gone.
Do
You
you
want
know-
to eliminate a whole religion, and you don't want them to enter. Into
He's not gonna do the research though about them.
and he doesn't like black people. So I mean, it's like, yo, it's like
He was his son said he named particular black celebrities. So if you just read the headline, he's saying his son wants black celebrities to go back to Africa. But certain black celebrities, A-list or B-list, whatever they may be, said that if a Republican got elected, that they would be they would go back to they would leave the country or whatever.
Bro, that's what he wants.
So he said we gonna leave the country, and he was like, "Well, I'll be glad to ship y'all back to Africa." Like, I said leave the country. I didn't say where I was going. You racist. People like so. People that people will show themselves, boy. So a person doesn't have to say I'm a racist. You know what I mean? To be a racist. You know what I'm saying? Like
Actions speak.
actions speak for themselves, and out of the depths of the heart, the mouth speaks. Is that the scripture?
Abundance of the heart. Basically, yeah, you said it.
All right, cause
Research.
I ain't been in my word in a little bit. I gotta get back in my word.
Yeah, I do it, bro.
Why you confess that, man?
Is it a confession? I ain't afraid of y'all.
You ain't gotta be afraid to confess.
That's right.
What?
That's right. No, when I say afraid, I'm thinking about like the fear of the Lord and all
fear.
that stuff. Yeah, way to clean it up, kid. Yeah, so talk about the suburban cover-up. I love the title that you titled that as.
The suburban cover-up. So I frequent random news outlets and what's going on right now.
Suburban cover-up.
I'm saying things really softly into the mic right now. The suburban cover-up.
If someone made a painting out of Donald Trump,
it sounds like a car is being covered up.
I don't do that, man.
Hey man, it's real, man. So I'm watching Race, and Adolf. They had a person depicting Adolf Hitler in that movie, and I'm like, we're not far off. If this guy becomes president, and what were we talking about how your dad had a really good point about how if Trump becomes he can't because he's not good for we have allies and our allies are not cool with Donald Trump.
He's trying to pick beef with China. You can't,
bro.
No, we love China.
He has to change.
Our money. You said our money's backed by China.
So we like the American, like we're in debt to them.
pretty much.
So borrowed money, like it's not like imports from them. Like when the last time you saw something that wasn't made in China? So as much as they're a communist nation, like we still cool with them for whatever reason. But it's
no problem.
One
problems, China.
One that kind of probably smarter than us a little bit,
And they got way more people than us. We're outnumbered
so
like crazy.
I just think that Donald Trump is bad for PR. He's not personable. He's not a person that's very.
When's the last time you had a president? I don't care how racist he was. When's the last time you had a president making fun of a disabled person? Name it.
That too, bro.
it was kind of funny though.
Nah.
It was funny, but it wasn't funny.
Kavan is showing what a jerk he is.
Hey, that joint was so disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can see the whole system crumbling.
That's why he not getting
unless
it.
God-
Yo, I could see it now, like looking in the history books, and it's like, him becoming a president. Like, well, of course I won't be here, but looking in the history books,
All the way from Canada. All the way from Canada.
No, I mean like years and years after we long gone, and and possibly the Lord hasn't come back yet. You know what I mean? That looking in the history books and Trump being the president that caused the demise,
the downfall
of this empire that we know to be America.
And folks wishing Obama was going to come back.
Yeah. He should have implemented a 4th and 5th term.
They have a thing for it, but I don't know.
It's a stupid loophole. Well, he can't do it. Not the black guy.
Yeah, they gotta vote for it. They're not gonna vote for it.
Yeah, not gonna vote for it.
No.
Why they not gonna vote for him?
Congress.
I got gas for $134 the other day.
Republicans own the Congress right now. They are not gonna.
I got gas for $1.34.
It doesn't matter.
So 134.
Look at the whole Supreme Court nominee thing.
That's the right.
They got a bunch of signatures trying to.
Yes,
What?
it is. 134 cents.
Yeah.
134 pennies. I mean.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's right. All right, thank you. Don't Trump, you John.
So the Republicans are like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So Scalia died in his sleep. There's like, the first thing I thought, so I definitely thought like it was a cover up. Anyway, like conspiracy.
There's nothing new under the sun, man.
Yeah, but they also said he was old. So
They also said he was old.
well, I mean, his
He
birth
was really
certificate
like,
said.
he was really like 24, but said he was old.
But no, he's like Obama is still president. He's trying to nominate a nominee before he leaves. He's president until January 21st, 2017. So he pretty much basically has another year in office.
Right. Not 10 months.
But Mitch McConnell, so they're trying to block him from nominating somebody, saying that, the next president should choose who the nominee is going to be because he's going out and he's leaving. And I'm like, it doesn't say anything about that in the law books. Like, I'm the president right now. The Supreme Court is missing somebody. I'm going to nominate somebody. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, he said I plan on doing my job until January.
Yeah.
Until I'm out of office.
So it's a bunch of politics involved with that too. So
A bunch of politics involved with politics.
yeah, can't expect anything else. You can go back to the suburban cover up.
Yeah, we never went to it.
I don't know.
I was about to make a joke about what it sounded like, but the moment is past.
What did it sound like?
Nah, the moment's past, and you had to be there.
I'm here now.
Nah,
You kind of
it's
are here.
I'm using it as a figure of speech. You had to be there. Come on, you had to be there. It's over.
All right, so
Y'all had to be there.
I follow a lot of news sites on Facebook, just because I like information. I think it's cool. But I happened upon this one article about this triangle, this heroin triangle in Atlanta. So apparently in the northern suburbs of Atlanta, like Roswell, Alpharetta, East Cobb, Marietta, like the heroin overdose deaths have risen by like 4,000% in the last 5 or 6 years, and it's like a lot of like young people, and when I say young, I mean people in their 20s, late teens, that have been dying from overdose, but it hasn't really like made the news per se. So I watched this like mini documentary. I think it was on, I can't remember, but maybe in ABC, look the local ABC website. But so like the heroin use is like up by a ridiculous amount, but it's not really getting any coverage because it's happening in the suburbs, you know, in the places where people got money.
Hey, you know they don't use drugs.
Huh?
You know they don't use drugs.
Oh, of course they don't.
The white folks don't use drugs at all.
Anyway. I don't know. Yeah, so
Satire.
I thought it was particularly interesting because, like, during the interview, this one kid was like, "Yeah, I lost 8 friends to overdose." Like, 8 is I can count 8 people that I know right now that I consider friends. That's a lot of friends to lose to 8. So they were like, they didn't believe him, so they were like, "Oh, we got to do our research." They checked the autopsy reports. What the hell? Report. And 6 of them were confirmed overdose deaths. 1 was a suicide, and the other one was still pending litigation, due to pending litigation. So it was one of those things where it's like, man, yo, how can this like literally be happening like at this alarming rate? And there's like nothing, like no real coverage. Of course, the GBI is involved and all that. But it's gotten so easy now where they'll call the heroin dealer, they'll drive up to the house, they'll leave money under the mat, take the money, give them the drugs, and then leave. They don't even have to like even interact. Like, they're coming to your house now. You don't even have to come to whatever part of the city they may be, which is probably going to be someplace suspect, most likely a trap house that they don't want to come to. So they're coming to you now.
Somewhere in 5 Points.
Yeah, 5 Points, Vine City, that area. But Yeah, I thought it was alarming. I thought it was also not funny, like haha funny, but like yo, this is interesting. Because one thing he did mention was that they called the Roswell Police Department trying to get information on heroin deaths, and the lady was like, no, there haven't been any. And he said they called, I think he may have said 10 times, I may be wrong, but it was a lot. But eventually they were like, no, because they had checked with the coroner, so they knew there were deaths. They were just kind of trying to like reference stuff and confirm things. So it got to the point where the police chief had to email them, and they were like, yeah, we apologize for the error. There have been some deaths. You know, the person that was working the front, the clerk or whatnot, she's usually very good at her job. But, you know, we all make mistakes. So it's this weird sense of, like, I don't know, like, putting a veil over a utopia that's not there. So I just think it's really interesting, man, and it's crazy.
That's what you do when you're in a position of power.
You're privileged.
Yeah, that's what you do. If I got dirty laundry and I have the resources to not let it get out there, you know what I mean? Then that's what it is. But if I don't, and then you're gonna see all my dirty laundry. Yeah, if I don't have a covering or anything like that,
Yeah,
all my business is out there. But if I'm in a position of power, and that's a whole nother form of racism. You know what I mean? Like when it's like, hey, we're dealing with the same issues that y'all dealing with. We just not where y'all are, you know. And it's like, well, that's y'all problem. And y'all need to stop all that black on black crime before y'all start talking about us in the war on drugs. But now that it's coming out, now everybody want to hop on this war on drugs bandwagon because it's affecting them and it's getting out and it's not making them look too good, you know.
And the other crazy thing,
so what?
Ain't no war on drugs. Government's buying the drugs. What you mean?
Yeah, that's real. And everybody talks about Reagan like he was this great. Let me shut up.
Like I saw this this
Reagan was one of the greatest. I'm like, Reagan also put cocaine in the crack cocaine in the city.
I saw this this post about this former DEA agent, and he said they were basically instructed not to go to the white areas up in North Georgia, because that's where the politicians and the rich folks are. And he was like, why? He's like, y'all know statistically they use more drugs than the inner city folks. And he was like, well, those are the politicians' kids, the judges and blah, blah, blah. So we start harassing them, then they're going to make a phone call and you get, or Ching don't get yanked. I'm like, this is kind of sad.
Yeah, and the other crazy thing is,
systemic racism.
They interviewed one guy, which is interesting because it looked like he was high at the time. But one thing he was saying is crazy because when they hear that somebody overdoses, people go and try to find out where they got that drug from, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, yo, if I heard you died, bro, from something, like, I'm not trying to find out where you got it from.
Maybe
like,
your resistance will be higher. You never know.
What
Folks
resistance?
don't think, man. When you strung out, you strung out.
Yeah, it's just, man, there's part of me that would like to understand that plight. Like, how you get to the point of, like, injecting something into your body like that. Like, I can't comprehend it.
I don't like needles.
Well, it's if you're trying to get high, so I don't think anybody just starts out.
They don't.
I don't think people just start out on heroin.
Yeah.
Start popping pills.
Yeah, you start. You build up to that. Like, well, this isn't giving me the high that I once had,
That
and all
has
of
to be
that.
a
And I'm
crazy
trying
conversation,
to reach that
like,
high.
what if somebody does just start out on heroin? Like, yo, what did you start out on? I'm like, heroin. And like, ooh.
You're gonna be making that joke all by yourself. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you with that joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
But no, man, it's yeah.
Because I don't
know what to say.
when I went to the hospital one time for back pain, they gave me some. I think it was like hydrocodone. Listen. The first time I took, they were like, don't drive, don't be doing nothing, be in your house.
Oh,
All right,
heavy
cool.
machinery.
Yeah, I took it. I'm like, yo, this joint is good, bro.
Yo, who was the first dude that got that joint and drove heavy machinery? And then they were like,
Again.
That's like the sign that's like the sign in the grocery store by the condom that said, "Do not try these on."
So what?
I saw a post on Facebook by the condom section that says, "Do not try these on." So at some point, somebody opened a box and attempted to try them on.
There's rules for a reason.
Exactly.
Somebody had to have done something for somebody.
Exactly.
To say, like, it's like, how do you know that this snake is poisonous? Somebody got bit. You know what I'm saying? So there's rules set in place for a reason. Yeah, I always think about that. Like, who was the person to do that? You know? But there's always somebody.
Like, I went to this hotel last weekend, and the elevator, there's a sign that says no more than 5 people. It can take more, but apparently it got stuck with like 6. But it was like some big girls got stuck in the elevator.
Oh,
Y'all just hitting on all cylinders tonight.
No, they told me this is what happened for real. Big girls got stuck in the elevator.
Big girls
So they put up a sign that says no more than 5.
No, wait. No more than 5 people or 5 big girls.
5 people.
This is not me participating. I was asking a serious question. Because that's wrong.
Yo, I hope it wasn't like a visual, like
Like
you're still trying to get out the elevators.
the elevator got stuck.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I tried to implement a word of the week. Because of conversations like this. And I was, speaking of which, I was trying to do a devotional, but I'm going to do something special. I'm going to put the devotion, it's the devotion will be a whole separate thing. You can still find it on the podcast, but it'll be its own entity, if you will.
all right.
So yeah, we about to come to a close.
Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Remember that? Nah. You don't remember the Mickey Mouse Club?
Man.
Nah.
Yo, MIC. Come on, y'all.
Nah, bro.
Anyway, artist suggestions.
I know that's all, folks. That's all I know.
Any
Oh, Jesus.
artist suggestions of the week?
BJ the Chicago Kid.
Wait.
What we forget?
No, go ahead. Okay. I'll say it on mine. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. BJ the Chicago Kid, yo.
This new album, In My Mind. So good.
The whole album. Listen to the whole album.
Whole album. All the way through.
Okay. This is high praise.
Definitely.
Okay.
I love R&B, so it works for me. I will go as far as to say...
I don't know, Kev. Hold on.
No.
So let's get some that. Yes.
Nah.
We're
Is he
doing-
talking tank R&B? Like this,
or is he
different
talking?
levels of
Or is he
R&B.
talking bumpy? R&B.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't R&B.
Okay, exactly. So we're chilling, right? And Lana Kavan, they're from the British Virgin Islands, right?
Yeah, shout outs.
Yeah, they're from BVI. John, you weren't here this day, but they had some other homeboy, and all the homeboys that they bring that come through, they seem to be really cool. So he was here. What's his name?
Sheldon.
Yeah, so he was here, and Kavan was like, I listen to all the artists from back home. So he's like, yo, you gotta check out this dude Bumpy. Now I'm already turned off. Bumpy. Bumpy, bro. Like
What's his younger name, man?
But what's his name now?
Let me find it.
Bumpy
I think
the Great.
Nah, it's like Be Breezy, I think. Right?
Be Breezy. It's still a derivative of Bumpy. So he's playing him in track after track. He's like, y'all gonna like this one. Oh, y'all ain't feel that one? Well, listen to this. And it's like consistently not good. I can't even maybe we gotta play on the outro. Maybe we put a song of Bumpy up.
Nah, you don't like that.
So Kavan Kavan, I don't know. I never know what I'm gonna get with Kavan because Kavan likes Bumpy, but he also Kavan likes Bumpy, but he also likes Tank, and Kavan likes Kavan thought Omarion wasn't going to pop again. And I told him, I said, yes, he is. And look what happened. I'm not doing disrespect.
I would go as far as to say it's better than Tank's newest album.
How dare you?
Hold on, wait. What's better than Tank Blue album?
BJ the Chicago Kid. I know who he is.
Okay,
I think he's dope.
All right, so wait, okay, so are we coming back next week?
I got nowhere to be.
Are we coming back next week?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all going to listen to this
BJ
Chicago
and
Kid.
we're going
In my
to
mind.
juxtapose it to the Tank album. And we're going to talk about
But does he do R&B though? Because I feel like he's
He
more like
sings.
He sings.
I wouldn't call him R&B. I feel like he's more like Anderson .Paak
But
though.
that's not what he did. That's not what he just said. He said, I feel like it's better than Tank's SLP2.
I feel like him heard them already just.
Blows everything out of the water.
Yes.
I
So
give
if
you
he okay, so come on. Okay, so we'll do this.
Him heard them.
Does he have a him her them on that album?
Track for track.
Resume.
Let's go track for track. You got what can he put up against that?
Resume, I would say hard
So this will determine
It's
whether we
close.
have this whole
It's
conversation
close.
next week. Does he have a him her them on the album?
He said Hard Crush. It's close.
Hard Crush. It's either between that or Resume.
Okay.
Oh, so you know this dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I listen to that.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about
All right.
BJ the Chicago Kid. I was about to say Bumpy. BJ the Chicago. Shout out to Bumpy, man. Shout out to Bumpy and holding it down in BBI, man.
Got you ready, man.
Yeah, man. Already, son. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He did have this one song I like. It was a girl on the track though, and that made me like it. But so that's your suggestion, BJ the Chicago. We're gonna talk.
I heard this other track today was so good too.
This is one you sent
The
to
one I
us?
sent to y'all.
I didn't really listen to it.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Masenga and Medicine.
Nah, he gave me too much work to do to pronounce your name, bro. Get a
Bruh.
regular
Send
name.
us the link. It's in the
It's in the group chat.
Okay. We have a group chat.
We're the cool kids now.
Footnotes, man. Y'all got a whole bunch of group chats.
I got one.
I'm exclusive to this group chat. My family, I have a family group chat. We don't use it often at all because my dad doesn't have an iPhone. So
Why is he
Come on, Mr. Rose.
he's one of them people. I think he's
die hard Android?
for no reason.
Okay.
For no reason.
He probably like you, bro, because you know how you all want everybody the same thing. You want to do the opposite.
but he has an iPad. Yeah.
That make no
Exactly.
sense. Come on, Mr. Robe.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm about to get him on
Everything.
that wave. Like, cause if I buy you a phone, you don't have a choice. You know what I mean? So, who wants to go? Who has an artist suggestion?
I need something from John, man. John
John didn't have one last week.
I mean, I feel like I should say the King album since I wasn't invited to this little concert.
I didn't invite anybody.
I was enjoying it through y'all Snapchat and Instagram.
So
listen to it?
John is a lurker. John doesn't post
I do
anything
I do it.
anything on any medium. Well, John's active on Facebook.
He is.
John is active on Facebook. Is he active on
He's
Twitter?
active on Twitter.
That was like the last thing you got. That's the most active thing you on?
What, Twitter?
Yeah.
I feel like he posts on
But
Twitter.
nobody's on Twitter anymore.
People are actually still on Twitter.
Yo,
It's
the only
crazy.
people that are tweeting are you and Joe Budden
Hey man, I'm happy to be in that campaign.
in that company.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like Joe
Yeah,
Budden.
man. Joe Biden's dope, bro.
Yeah. We love you, Joe Budden.
Shout out to Joe. Can we get him on the show?
Joe Budden?
Yeah.
Boy, we got Joe. I would fan boy. Like, these dudes know how much Joe Budden means to me. But back to Joe.
hear that?
I mean, from what I did
Greatest
listen
rapper
to,
alive.
from what I did listen to while I was at in my car, because you said I don't listen to stuff while I'm at work.
Who's
From
that?
what I heard,
Yeah, it was in your car.
Yeah,
bro. I'm late to the party. I'm sorry.
I used the aux cord.
Mhm.
It was pretty good, man. I think. So yeah, King. I can't remember the name of the album. Do you know? The name of the album?
We are
We
king.
are king.
Yeah, King. We Are King. Yep.
That's their social media handle and everything. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how you
I
find
just learned
them.
about them last night, so you know.
Yeah, they dope.
They're pretty good, man. So,
Got to meet them. They're cool.
Work.
Nah.
Tom Misch. It's Tom, last name Misch.
Thomas.
Not Thomas. Tom Misch. Beat Tapes too. It's pretty dope. He's a UK artist. If you like, I'm like mostly on vibey R&B, neo soul type stuff now. So
Yeah, I'm getting back to that point too.
yeah, so Beat Tapes 2 is dope.
But I feel like I never really left. It was just like a couple artists, hip hop artists that I was on.
This is true.
But I'm more so trying to get back just to that. So,
Yeah, there's good stuff out there, man. So yeah, definitely check him out. Found him last week, this week, over the weekend. I don't know, but yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, Spotify got some good artists, man.
Yeah, they do.
Who's not on Spotify? Oh, Jay-Z.
Title.
Jay-Z, he not on Spotify.
Samsung's trying to buy him.
Yeah, he Jay-Z. I don't know, but T.I. just
He's
became
a
part owner.
Artist
Oh, what,
owner,
Tidal?
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, John stole mine, and he only heard him yesterday.
Yep.
So yours, you gotta like be listening to these people, man. Listen to them. So I'll shorten mine. So yeah, listen to King. But there's a song on there that's like stuck in my head, and I cannot get it out. It is called I can't get the song out of my head, but I sure can't forget the title. What's the name of it? Native Land. Native Land is the last song on their EP. Oh, it's not an EP, on their LP. Yeah, go check that out. That I think all their music is melodic and it is real catchy and it'll get stuck in your head if you allow it to. Even if you want to allow it to. I went to sleep thinking about their music, and I went to sleep listening to battle rap, and I woke up like with their music in my head. So that's how serious it is. Unless you ready to get like fully engulfed into like some music, like their music is like water.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get submerged into
Like,
it.
yeah, they didn't fail live at all.
Immersed is the
it
word.
was-
Submerged is like you coming out of the water. You get immersed into the water, into their music. So yeah, artist suggestion. So we did that. So yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all for listening to this. I hope it was as good for y'all as it was for us.
Hopefully I was louder this time.
Yeah, I think we rectified that. Hopefully we did. John might be low this time.
I feel like I've been in the mic the whole
Yeah, but that mic is not the best mic. Shout out to Xavier for the mic. it was the only one that he had working. So we getting there, y'all. Yeah, shout out to y'all on the feedback and all of that. Make sure you subscribe to us. We appreciate y'all for listening, but make sure y'all subscribe to us and rate us. I'm not big on ratings, but what I do not like is seeing that our podcast isn't rated at all. Like, you know what I mean? I know enough people listen to it. So
Yeah,
when
y'all
you
got no stars. Rude.
we have 0 stars, like, because people haven't rated us. And that's how we get out there. And that's how we get more notoriety and we become newsworthy on iTunes and all that stuff. So yeah, subscribe to us on iTunes and subscribe to my page on YouTube. And yeah, we'll keep it up and we'll have more stuff going on and keep you guys in the know and entertained. So yeah, follow us on Instagram. Y'all don't have to shout it out. I'll put it in the description. I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all have a good week. Y'all have a blessed week. And be on the lookout for that Devo. Anybody else want to say something before I dip out?
Have a great week, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that too. I was trying to think of something real clever and funny to say, but it's not coming to me, so I probably just need to leave it alone.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Drive and drink.
Smoke and fly.
That's what I heard somebody say that.
Drive and drink.
I was trying to make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. So we out. Peace.
Peace.